Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Etanyos here, and today, welcome to the first episode of this hopefully very long and interesting Liverpool career mode series. So today guys, we're starting off, it's a transfer window, and we are looking to sign a bunch of new players. I don't think we'll get very many done in this first episode, but that's just it's a nice introduction episode here, and hopefully you guys will find it interesting. And yeah, so right away, first off, we're going to be listing a couple of players up on the transfer list and getting them out of the club for either money or just because they're starting to get old and they're not going to get much playing time here. And right away, guys, I decided that we weren't going to transfer list Sturridge. We just wait till he got some offers because then he'd be worth more because he's not transfer listed. So that was what I was going to do. Now we'd be moving on to training. And in training, we'd be training quite a few players: Firmino, Mane, GERRARD, our goalkeeper, and we trained a lot of players. Honestly, it's so fun, the training. I'm so glad that they kept it here and that we can use it to grow our players to insane potentials. And yeah, I think the last player we do is Marino there, and hopefully we will get some good ratings on this training. Usually the training doesn't turn out so good for me, but yeah, we'll just see what goes on here. And today, guys, we are going to be looking to sign the next, like, Steven Gerrard, like Stevie G, because we need somebody who will just control that whole midfield and win games for us single-handedly. And I do have one or two players in my mind who I think could be that next guy for Liverpool. And yeah, first guy, obviously, you probably could guess just from my description there. It's going to be David Alaba. Yeah, he's a left back, but he can play center mid. He can play all over the pitch. He's an insanely talented player. The only thing is he doesn't have the greatest finishing, so that's something we'll probably be training on him. But yeah, you can see Bayern Munich wanted tons of money here, so we'd be offering pretty much everything we had, 70 million euros, onto David Alaba, which is just an insane bid. He's only worth 48, but we do need a player with this this incredible talent. And you know, he's just got the long shot. He's got everything you need for a player. And right away, guys, we'd be simulating in our preseason tournament here, the American Cup Challenge, and we'd be playing against Juventus. And this was a surprising game, actually, guys. We skipped and we won, so man of the match would go to GERRARD because he kept the shutout against Juventus, which is crazy. They've got Higuain, they've got Dybala, they've got so many good players. And yeah, then after that we'd be jumping back into our training. A better training this time, only one D there on GERRARD, and a couple Bs and Cs. And after that we'd be simulating against Barcelona. And guys, the reason I'm not playing these games is because sometimes my game will like corrupt and say the disk is unreadable, and it's very annoying. So I'll have to simulate matches. I wanted to play this Barcelona match, but we ended up losing 2-1 there, or 2-0, sorry, and I would have played it if I could have. We are playing on Legendary, just to let you guys know, so it is going to be highest difficulty. They want us to qualify for the Champions Cup, which is going to be tough considering we're in the Premier League. We got to play against teams like City and United. But as our intro said, as long as we believe, then we will be able to do it, and nothing will stand in our way. So then we'd be getting a bid here for Daniel Sturridge. It would be from Borussia Dortmund. I am looking to sell Sturridge, and we'd counteroffer them to 45.5 million euros, I think, was the bid that we offered them. And after that, guys, we'd be moving on to some more transfers and training and all that good stuff. And yeah, there you go. Sturridge, Dortmund would come back, say they'd pay 42.5 for Sturridge, and I told them, you know what, 45, and you can have him $500,000 less. And I guess that was the deal breaker for them here, guys. And yeah, then we'd be simulating a match here against Juventus, or not Juventus, sorry, against Roma. And yeah, we just delegated to the assistant manager, and I don't think we did very well in this game either. We did just skip it here, I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So we'd just be simulating here. Okay, there was the skip. We lost 3-1, but we give Firmino man of the match because he scored a goal, and you know, trying to keep us in that game even if we did lose. And moving on after that, you can see we got 3.1 million euros in our prize money. And Daniel Sturridge, or Dortmund would be taking that Daniel Sturridge deal. We'd be going back to training after that and simulating here again. We would get a couple Fs, which I wasn't happy about. Karius and Mane, not the greatest, but Moreno going up with some of his stats there. So that's a relief in a way, because I do want to. I am going to want to get a better left back eventually, but Moreno's staying in for now. West Ham wanted Lucas, so we counteroffer them to 12 million euros. So not a bad bid, but considering he's transfer listed, I don't know if they'll take it, just because they'll say maybe that's too much because you have put him on the transfer list. This time Karius gets a B in training, so finally getting some improvement done, and he's going to be our starting keeper. He's got 87 potential, and I'm not going to complain about it at all. West Ham would take the deal though. Sturridge finally got sold there. We got lots of money for him. And then we go back into this Alaba deal, and we would straight up offer them 80 million euros for David Alaba. We want this guy. He's going to be our next captain, next leader, all that good stuff. Yes, we have Coutinho, but Alaba can hit a 90 rating as long as we keep training him and get him up in these next 2 or 3 seasons. And I think what the goal of this season, or of this series, guys, is going to be, is in 3 seasons, we're going to try to win Champions Cup twice. We're not going to be in Champions Cup for the first season, but in the second and third season, as long as we have good seasons in the Premier League, then we will obviously try our best to win against all these other good teams out there. But David Alaba wasn't accepting his contract offer. He kept declining it because he said he loves living in Germany, in Munich, and we'd just be trying to persuade him with a ton of money. And eventually, guys, it got to just a ridiculous point where we did end up completely overpaying on his wage, because if we hadn't done that, then he probably wouldn't have come to Liverpool, and he would have probably gone off to a bigger club like Juventus or somebody like that. So I wasn't happy how much we had to pay Alaba eventually, but I do think it is worth it all in all. And once he hits that 90 or 91 potential that he can hit, then it will be totally worth it. But we'd be offering him 250k there on that contract, and he would not accept it, which I thought was a little bit crazy. And then finally on this last, we'd offer him one more contract offer, I think. We did do training here first. Okay, so Alaba declined. One more time, we say, you know what, forget it, we'll pay you 300k to move to Liverpool and play for us. And he goes, of course I'll accept 100,000 euros a week extra just to play here. And not the greatest training session. Moreno almost going up there on his marking. And yeah, it was a fairly decent training session. A couple Fs, which I'm not happy about, but it is also gold training, so it's much more difficult than any other. Bayer Leverkusen was trying to buy Roberto Firmino off of us, but there you go, Alaba finally accepted his contract, so we would confirm the deal, accept the offer, get him through, and moving into the club. And he will be wearing the number 8 shirt, just like Steven Gerrard did. And yeah, we would actually, I think we countered offered a lot of money here, something close to 60 million for Leverkusen to buy Firmino, which I don't know if that's worth it or not. We'll see as we move through this transfer window, see how well Firmino plays. And after that, guys, we would be moving in here, moving Alaba into our team. But the formation we will be playing, at least for now, will be 4-3-3 holding with the defensive mid there and 2 central midfielders. But you can see we've got James Milner and Henderson. I think the only player that will be staying out of those 3 midfielders will be Henderson. Or not Henderson, sorry, Wijnaldum will be staying in. We'd be playing Coutinho on the left side. And I think I do want to play Firmino at striker, and Danny Ings will be our second striker. But Mane is going to be our starting right winger for this team. He's just insanely fast. And you guys will see in the next few episodes, we realize that we have so much pace up front with all our subs and our wingers that we don't necessarily need a fast striker. And that's going to end up being the decision that I have to make if I want to keep a fast striker versus if I want a more solid, like number 9 kind of player striker who, you know, they're so solid, they're a great finisher, but they aren't very fast compared to other players. So there you go, we put Mane in. I think we did end up putting Matip in, and that was pretty much going to do it. We moved Henderson out for Amir Can, and Can is very good. He's got some crazy potential, like 86 or 88 potential. He's only like 23 or 24 years old, and Alaba would be doing pretty much everything here, except for the captain role, which we would give to Coutinho just for now because Alaba is only on season 1. By the second season, if we haven't sold Alaba, if he's still at the club, then he will be named the captain of the club. And yeah, it's not going to be very much more difficult than that. Alaba will be our next, well, Alaba is our number 8. He will be our next like number 8 leader, like Steven Gerrard. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well he can progress and get better throughout this this next couple seasons. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing more Liverpool episodes, or if you want me to do more Inter Milan episodes, then let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then please do that, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care.